Hello everyone, this is Lena. Thank you for visiting the book summary library today. It's time to heal your tired mind and bring you learning that will brighten your future. Well, today's topic is about the magical theme of increasing productivity without stress. I'm sure you've thought, I want to work more efficiently, but without getting tired, as you spend your days being busy with work and housework. I'm the same. But wouldn't it be nice if there was a way to do things in a fun, relaxed way and still get results, rather than just working hard? Today, I'd like to introduce you to a method called Getting Things Done, GTD, advocated by David Allen. This method is not just a task management technique. It's a way to organize your life, so to speak, to clear your mind and bring out the best in yourself. By using this, you will have more room in your mind even when you're busy, and you will be able to get things done without stress. What do you think? Are you excited? When I first heard about this story, I was skeptical and asked, can I really do that? But when I tried it, I was surprised by a series of surprises. So today, I'm going to tell you all about it, with plenty of original examples. First, let's learn the basics of GTD together. Listen. GTD consists of 5 major steps. If you practice this, you can organize the things you have to do that are going around in your head and lighten your heart. First, I'll talk about the first step, capture. Capturing is the process of transferring all the things you have to do that pop up in your head to an external system. By doing this, you can organize your brain and use your true potential. For example, write down all of your ideas that suddenly come to mind, your shopping list, your work tasks, and even your plans for the next weekend. The important thing here is to capture even the smallest things. For example, even things that seem trivial at first glance, such as buying a light bulb for the refrigerator or submitting a proposal to the manager by Monday, will unconsciously cause stress if you keep them in your head. So, record all of them in a notebook or app. One day, I also went to bed thinking, I feel like there's something strange in the back of the refrigerator. I was so worried that I couldn't sleep. But when I wrote down, check inside the refrigerator, on my notes, I thought, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and I was able to sleep peacefully. It's a small example, but this is the power of capture. Now, you can use any tool for this capture. It can be a paper notebook or a memo app on your smartphone. I always carry a small notebook in my bag and write down things I notice while I'm on the move. Of course, I also use a task management app for work. Now, let's talk about how to organize the captured contents, the clarification step. In this step, we review each captured content one by one and clarify, what exactly should I do? The reason this is important is because if it remains vague, you won't be able to take action, and you'll end up accumulating stress. For example, let's say that at the capture stage it says, prepare for moving. If you leave it like this, you won't know where to start and you'll feel confused. So, break down preparing to move into concrete actions, such as ask a moving company for an estimate, get rid of unnecessary items, and think about furniture layout in the new home. The key is to clarify the specific action to be taken next. For example, instead of writing vaguely, contact a friend, write specifically, email a friend to propose Saturday lunch, and it becomes clear at a glance what to do. This clarification actually reduces the burden on our brains. For example, the other day I wrote in my memo that I would change my clothes, but in reality, the first action was to pull out the clothes case at the back of the closet. By rewriting it, I realized, I can do this right away. Just by eliminating ambiguity, the mental hurdle is lowered. Also, when clarifying this, it is important to check, can I take action on this task right now? Organize the things that cannot be taken in the appropriate place. For example, if you want to go on a trip but haven't made any plans yet, put it in the someday/maybe list. This will make you feel better, knowing that you don't have to do it right now. Now, the next step is organizing. In this step, you will divide the clarified tasks into proper lists and manage them. In this step, you will divide the clarified tasks into appropriate lists and categories to make them easier to manage. By doing this, you will be able to see the overall picture of the tasks and clarify what to do and when. The basic principle of organization is to divide lists according to their purpose. Specifically, there are project lists, next action lists, calendars, waiting lists, someday/maybe lists, etc. Let's take a look at the role of each list little by little. First, the project list. This list is for tasks that require more than 2 steps of action. For example, tasks with a big goal such as moving or launching a new website. By having this list, you can keep track of your big goal and make it easier to think about what to do next. Next, the next action list. Here, you will write down all the tasks that you can do right now. Furthermore, if you divide them by context, such as things to do on the phone and things to do on the computer, you can choose tasks efficiently. For example, if you are on the move, you can choose from the phone list, and when you are in the office, you can choose from the PC list. The calendar is used to manage tasks that have a set time and date. For example, meetings and tasks with deadlines are written here. However, be careful not to put vague things to do in the calendar, as it will cause stress later. The waiting list is for tracking tasks that you have asked others to do. For example, if you ask a team member to prepare materials, you can use this list to check the progress. And in the someday/maybe list, you can put tasks that you want to do in the future but can't act on now. For example, learn Spanish or plan a trip to Europe. I actually use the waiting list myself. I once forgot about the progress of a handmade gift I had asked a friend to make, and had to contact him multiple times to check. However, since I started using this list, I have been able to manage it smoothly by putting the task of checking the progress in the list. By using different lists in this way, you don't have to manage them in your head, and you can feel at ease. Now, next, I will talk about how to use this organized list and review it regularly, and the reflection step. In this step, you regularly review the organized lists and tasks to check your progress. Making this a habit will ensure that your system is always up to date and reliable. In other words, you will always know what you need to do, and you will be able to reduce unnecessary worries. Reflection can be broadly divided into 2 parts: daily check and weekly review. First, let's talk about daily check. This is the task of checking your calendar and next action list every morning to determine the priority tasks for that day. For example, on Monday morning, you will check your schedule for 3 p.m. meeting and complete the proposal by the end of the day and organize what you need to focus on that day. This will eliminate unnecessary hesitation and allow you to start your day smoothly. Next, we will talk about weekly review. This is the task of reviewing the entire list once a week. You will clarify the tasks you have captured, reorganize them, and check the progress of your projects. This review is a valuable time to reflect on the week and plan for the next week. For example, you may find an incomplete task and add it to your next action list, or conversely, you may decide that this project is unnecessary and remove it from the list. When I first tried weekly review, I felt it was a bit of a hassle at first. But when I actually tried it, I realized that I had more tasks left than I thought, and it prompted me to reconsider my priorities. Since then, I've made it a habit to set aside an hour on the weekend to review and refresh my mind. The key to reflection is to keep your list up to date, and to check whether the tasks are in line with your values and goals. For example, asking yourself, did my actions this week bring me closer to my goals, can help you reconsider your priorities. Next, we'll talk about the last step, execution. Let's think together about how to efficiently proceed with the tasks you've prepared so far. In the execution phase of GTD, it's important to choose the right tasks and focus on them. First, in execution, there are several criteria for choosing which tasks to work on. They are context, time, energy, and priority. By using these 4 criteria, you can work on the best task. For example, when you're on the move and have little time, it's good to choose from the phone list. While you're waiting at the airport, it's perfect for calling a friend to congratulate them or letting a client know about something. On the other hand, when you return to the office, you can choose tasks such as replying to emails or creating materials from the PC list. Also, when your energy is low, it's important to choose simple tasks. For example, filing documents or scanning documents. On the other hand, in the morning, when your concentration is high, it is effective to prepare or plan a presentation that requires strategic thinking. In addition, when determining priorities, ask yourself, what task will bring the most effective results at this moment? For example, if submitting a proposal with a deadline approaching is a priority, it's worth putting off other tasks to focus on it. I myself have been able to effectively complete tasks even in my busy schedule by using these criteria. In the past, I chose to do difficult analytical work in the afternoon when my energy was low and progress was slow. From that experience, I realized the importance of choosing tasks that match your energy. In the do phase of GTD, it is also important to focus on one task at a time. Even if another task crosses your mind, write it on the list and put all your effort into the current task. This will reduce stress while producing results. Now, all 5 steps of GTD are finished. Finally, let's summarize what we learned this time and talk about how to use this method to make the future brighter. Through the 5 steps of GTD that we have talked about so far, capture, clarify, organize, reflect, and execute, we have learned how to clear our minds, reduce stress, and get things done efficiently. The great thing about this method is that it can be applied to all areas of daily life. From work projects to home tasks, everything can be managed with a simple system. Now, let's think a little about the future. What kind of days will await you by using this method? Even in between busy work, I enjoy spending time with my family with peace of mind. I try out hobbies and new skills in my free time on the weekend. When you imagine such a future, doesn't it make you a little excited? For example, after I started using GTD, I realized that I was freed from the sense of urgency of, I have to do something, and was able to choose actions based on my values. Before, I was overwhelmed by the work in front of me, but now I can think about what is really important and spend my time more fulfillingly. In this channel, Book Summary Library, I would like to use the GTD approach to provide you with higher quality information. By providing a system that allows you to organize information and efficiently absorb the necessary learning, we aim to become the best book explanation library in Japan and the world. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who listened to this video today and say something. There may be days when you are tired from working too hard. But learning new knowledge in this way is itself a step to making the future better. Thank you for your hard work today. And your efforts will definitely be rewarded. Please let me know in the comments what you felt through this video and what new discoveries you have made. Also, if you support us by liking or subscribing, you will help us build the library of the future. See you next time. Let's learn together. Thank you for listening.